And while Walter Mondale and Geraldine Ferraro march in the Labor Day parade, Mondale's former boss rolled up his sleeves and got down to work on the Lower East Side. Jimmy Carter is here to help renovate an abandoned tenement on East 6th Street. But as Steve Dunlop reports, even a carpenter's saw can't drown out questions of politics in an election year.
Thank you for coming. My name is Rob DeRocker. I'm the executive director of this project. You know who this man is?
Volunteer.
Yeah, volunteer.
For his vacation, Jimmy Carter says it was a choice between the Virgin Islands, a Florida beach, or here. He chose here.
I happen to be a Christian, and this is a project that I believe is mirrored after biblical teachings.
Mr. Carter, an expert furniture maker in his own right, is assisting Habitat for Humanity, a Georgia-based church group that provides housing for the poor. The former president first visited the rundown structure in April on invitation from Millard Fuller, the founder of Habitat and a friend of the Carter family.
And I said, well, yeah, Mr. President. I said, why don't you bring a group from the Maranatha Baptist Church to work on a work party? Well, I was joking, and he was not.
He's like working with your father. You ever work with him? You work with your dad? He just tells you what to do, and if you don't do it, he just chews you out about it, you know.
Habitat is arranging to buy this building from New York City, which assumed ownership on a tax lien. When work is completed next year, Habitat will sell the 20 units to eligible poor people for about $35,000 each. Families will have 20 years to make the payment at no interest. But there are some in the neighborhood who fear they'll be left out of the selection process for would-be owners. Others say it's all an attempt to help Walter Mondale, whose own advisors have said the Carter connection is hurting their candidate.
I don't have any concern about my image with the public, and my effort here hadn't got anything to do with the campaign. And I doubt very seriously that I would be a negative factor, and if so, there's nothing that anyone can do about it.
President Reagan is running for re-election. The Democrats are going to start doing things in the neighborhood that they promised to do in 1979. You gotta be kidding me, man. And he comes all the way out of Georgia, a former president, to New York on the Lower East Side.
The former president drew cheers from neighborhood residents as he went back inside the building, and some people appeared determined to stay all afternoon if they had to catch a glimpse of Jimmy Carter wielding a hammer. They are some of the same people who complain that when these apartments open up, they'll be left out. On the Lower East Side, Steve Dunlop, Channel 5 News.